Hello everybody, Cameron here. Welcome to Auto Offline Clients 2.0. This is module number 1, the process. In this module, we're going to be talking about what exactly is auto offline clients. The one thing that you must stop doing right now if you want to be successful in terms of offline marketing and building a business. We're going to be talking about the perfect prospecting and how to find those perfect prospects out there for your services, how to just finally say yes, get your clients, if it's your first client or if it's your 100th client, the 7-figure marketing business, and how to get your first client in 48 hours, because flat out, this system works. And if you follow the videos and you go through this entire training, you're going to get your first client. If it's like I said before, if it's your first client, your 100th client. And I'm going to show you exactly in this very first module how to get your first client, not just at the end of this, but within 48 hours. Okay? So let's go ahead and get started. So what is auto offline clients? Auto offline clients is a simple 2-step email closing secret, and it's so effective that we've been using it for over 2 years and it still works, right? Most times when you see products or you see trainings out there, it's kind of a one and done thing. It's some product creator who just sets something up online to make a few sales maybe, and that's it. But auto offline clients has been something that we have been implementing in not only our businesses, but some of our top students have been implementing, and beginners have been implementing to get clients, because this simply works. And it's not just something that we just set up and forgot. It's something that we've been working on, we've been improving, we've been figuring out new ways to make it better so that everyone can implement it and be successful with this system. And like I said, it's something that works and it always will work. You don't need a need a website, you don't need a product, you don't need to know how to do any of the technical stuff, right? Because the way that this system is set up, you can have other people do it for you. And that's actually one of the big secrets of offline marketing. So many people get worried about, if they're smart enough to do it, if they have to go learn SEO, if they have to go learn PPC before they can start selling their marketing services, but that's just not the case. You can find competent outsourcers online for very cheap, in fact, and you can actually keep most of the profits for yourself, and you don't have to go out and learn all that stuff. In fact, if you don't know SEO, if you don't know PPC, I would recommend that you just let somebody else do it for you and you focus on providing a great service. Okay? You can eliminate all the rejection, you can eliminate all the people who say no and don't want your services, and you can just focus on the people that say yes. Okay, that's one of the great things about auto offline clients, and why I think so many people were attracted to it when we originally created it in 2015, because it was a process that eliminated all the rejection for you so that you could only focus on getting the people who actually want your services and getting the people who are ready to say yes. And once you're able to do this, you can create real high demand for your services. Okay, and that's not just something that I think most trainings enable you to do, but with auto offline clients, if you do it correctly and you implement it exactly how we show you step by step throughout these next training modules that we have set up for you, if you do it all the way that we show you, you can create real demand for your services, like I said, no matter what your services is, or if you know how to do those services yourself. So before we get into all that though, I want to show you how I use auto offline clients. Basically, what I do is I use it to build a giant prospecting list for high-paying consulting clients. Okay, it takes no additional time for me, and I know that it can constantly and consistently generate new clients for me, whether I want to set them up maybe as like just SEO clients and then later on flip them into consulting clients, which I'll talk about in a later module, or if I want to just bring them on and take them through my consulting funnel so that I can close them on a consulting deal, or have one of my sales team close them on a consulting deal. And it has created over $1 million in sales for me in my first business when I first started working, in offline marketing myself and selling products and services online. It created over $1 million in sales for me in just under 2 years. Okay, and like I said, when I implement auto offline clients, my end goal was always to get and flip clients into high-paying consulting clients. Okay, and as a part of this training, you're going to get a bonus. It's going to be a link in the bonus section where you can go and you can see kind of the foot in the door system that we use for getting consulting clients. Okay, and that training is called Local List Machine. That'll be a bonus. I recommend that you go watch that after you complete auto offline clients and after you get your first client within the 48 hours, so that you can see exactly what all the consulting stuff is about and how to go about getting and flipping consulting clients if that's something that you're even interested in. All right. So next, I want to talk about something that you all must stop if you're going to really, really be successful when it comes to offline marketing. Okay. And that is stop trying, quote unquote, trying to sell. Most people, when they get into marketing or they get into, making money online and they lead to offline marketing, they think they have to go out and try to sell their services. But it really boxes you in. And when you have that mentality of, oh, I really need this client, or I really have to try to sell them my services, you have just a very needy kind of aura about you. And that's going to turn off businesses, because let's face it, if you were a successful marketer, right, and you had just tons and tons of marketing clients, that proves that you know what you're doing and people are actually, making money by using your products or services, right? But if you have the time to go do an hour-long consultative sales call with somebody, or go to their office for 2 hours and look and review their website, or make a 30-minute video about how bad their website is before they even show any interest in you, that just shows that you're not really an expert. That just shows that you really don't have a booming, successful marketing business. You're not that expert in the field because you have all this time to just go do all this free stuff for other people, right? So with auto offline clients, we really want to create a system that eliminates all of the selling or all the trying to sell that most people do, right? If you're trying to go out there and sell your services, then it probably even horrifies you and you don't even want to do it. So not only do you have that neediness if you do go out and make 1 or 2 calls a day, or the first day that you go out and try when you get a new system or something that you want to test out, not only do you have that neediness, but you're also scared to do it. So you also have reservations, and it's not easy for you to get on, and you're not confident in your pitch or into yourself or in your services. So trying to sell, just for the most part, what we have seen, just does not work very well. So with auto offline clients, we really wanted to eliminate everyone quote unquote, trying to sell. Instead, what we want you to do is we only want you to focus on the prospects that are pre-sold to you and have basically already said yes. And we want you to outsource or automate the rest. Okay? Let me talk about that really quick. When I say outsource, we're not going to really get into it too in depth in this training. We are going to touch on it in a later module. But when I say outsource your selling, that just means that you have somebody else who's capable and who's willing to get on the phones and hammer out those deals for you. And you can just focus on doing what it is that you do best, whether it's providing the services or, providing the advice to the business owners, or in this case, in auto offline clients, we want you to automate the selling process so that you can only focus on the prospects that are willing to get your services, okay? And like I said, that way you can focus just on providing, okay? Just focus on providing. And this training will walk you through how to do that step by step. So what are the quote unquote perfect prospects then? Who does this work for? And the answer quite simply is everyone. Everyone out there is a prospect for you because we only focus on the money. And every business out there focuses on the money. Not SEO rankings, not Facebook likes, not the number of Twitter followers you have. It's all about, can you help them make more money? And if you can focus whatever services that you offer on that alone, then you're going to be successful. And that's why this works for any prospects or any businesses out there. So which niches does it work best for me? Well, I like to focus on higher price niches or services or industries where the average customer value is $1,000 or more. So by that I mean, when a client that I'm working with gets a new customer or gets a new patient or gets a new client, that's going to roughly equal out to about $1,000 to their bottom line. And the reason I do it that way is because that means that I have to do less work, in the sense that I have to get them less new clients, customers, or patients, or whatever it is for their particular niche or industry, because before I can show them how much money that I've made them, right? Before the number of new revenue I brought in is greater than what I'm charging, okay? So if I'm working with somebody who has, if I'm charging a client $2,000 per month for, let's say, SEO services, and each new customer brings on an average of $100, well, then I'm gonna have to get a lot of new customers via SEO. Whereas if that new customer that comes in via SEO is worth $1,000, then I only have to get 2 clients, right? So that's why I like to focus on the niches that have higher customer value. But with all that being said, you can do it again with any niche. It doesn't really matter. And below this video, I'm going to actually have a text document that you can get so you can see a whole bunch of different niches and verticals and different business industries that you can work with auto offline clients, because all you really need for this system is just prospects to find, and they'll actually filter themselves to someone who's going to say yes. Okay, so you can do this with any business out there. I just like to focus on the niches that are going to have higher customers' values. And once you go through all the training and get your own auto offline client funnel set up, which is just a 2-step email process, you will have clients on demand, okay? But you need to start with the hungry buyers first, and that's those buyers that come to you that say yes for your products or services. And you can find those hungry buyers by just looking at, the businesses that are already advertising online if you wanted to, if they're doing, PPC ads, if they have, full page ads and yellow pages still. They have like a whole bunch of advertising on like Yelp or other online services like that. You can find some of those hungry buyers. If you want to get more, in depth and you want to get more targeted in your research. But just to get started, and when we talk about at the end of this module and getting your first client within 48 hours, it's just completely taking the shotgun approach. And once you do that, you're able to filter out all the businesses. Okay, you're able to filter out all the businesses themselves through your email process and only get the businesses that say yes, so you don't have to deal with any rejection. And again, all you have to do at that point is just say yes, right? If the client's already said yes and you set up the time when you speak with them, all you have to do is just say yes. We can handle that for you. Let's go ahead and set up the payment, and then in a couple of days I'll talk to you, about how I could best, provide whatever the services that you want to provide. Now, we'll give you the fancy scripts and everything that you can use later on in the modules, but like I said before, it's really that simple. So are you getting this so far? I know it's moving kind of fast in this module because I just wanted to give you an overview of the actual process. But once you understand and go through each individual module and see how to set up this entire process, you'll really see how simple it is. Okay? And once you do have it all set up and it's all complete and you're running it the way we show you at the end of the training, and you have it going basically every single day, you're going to be able to scale this up to a 7-figure marketing business, okay? And this can really be a turnkey marketing business. And by that, I just simply mean you can set it and forget it. Once you get it up and running, then you can have as many clients as you want. And if you only want maybe 5 or 10 clients, like some of our students in the past, they only want 5 or 10 clients so they can do a majority of the work themselves. They can make sure that it's quality work if they're quote unquote experts in, SEO or PPC management or something like that. And they can have, $5,000, $10,000 coming in every single month from a few clients. But if you want to be more like what I have, where you have a business and you have, tens and tens of clients, I guess, and you want to scale it out as much as you can and build a big, outsourcing team, then you can do that as well. The first question that we often get when we're teaching, this process to new students and people is, well, what services do I sell? Do we sell SEO? Do we sell PPC? Do we sell consulting? But the truth is, it doesn't really matter which one you sell. Why? Because you don't have to do the work, okay? Again, that's just another beauty of the system, because we want you to build a team. Okay, we want you to find other experts, especially if you don't know it. Now, before I started with my offline marketing business, I knew SEO. So when I first got started, the first clients that I had, I was able to provide the SEO services myself. But I quickly kind of grew out of that. I wanted more clients and wanted more income, so I couldn't do all those work myself. So to me, if you don't know the technical stuff, if you don't know any technical stuff, maybe you just have a good grasp of marketing practices and some good online marketing techniques that businesses should be implementing, then I would recommend that you don't even worry about learning the SEO and stuff. I would just focus more on providing the services and building a great team around you that can do all the stuff that you're weak at. Okay, once you're able to do that, once you're able to find those consistent outsourcers, and once you're able to build a good team around you, then you can just focus on, kind of living the lifestyle that you've always wanted, in the sense that you're getting in most of the income, you have cheap labor that can provide high quality services for your clients. Maybe you have to do some calls each month with your clients, but that's about it. That's only 10, 20, 30 hours a month, and you get to bring in $10, $20, $30,000 per month, okay? So, I don't want to stretch this too much, but you don't have to learn the technical stuff. Later on in this training, at the end, in the bonus module that you saw, if you watched the first video, the welcome video, saw the bonus section. That bonus section has some more training on how to outsource and how to start building your team. So I do recommend that you go watch that. It's not an in-depth, video training and show you how to build a top-tier outsourcing, with like 40 people in Punjab, India, or anything like that. But it will show you how to find consistent, reliable outsourcers that you can rely on to provide the services, so that you can just focus on doing the things that you want to do, providing great service, and hopefully building a 7-figure marketing business. So I kind of touched on it a couple times. What do you have to do to get your first client within the next 48 hours? The first thing, obviously, is going to complete this training. Go through each one of the modules. Each module breaks down each step for you, and it's really easy to follow. We created it in a very simple way, and we give you the basics, okay? Now, once you complete the training, you're going to have to do a couple things. First thing you're going to have to do is set up your sales funnel. It's really not that complicated. It's just 2 emails that I actually give you in this training. Set it up, figure out what services you want to do, and then in day number 1, also start generating leads. Get your leads. You can start doing that once you watch the lead generation video, because it's not going to be very difficult. And start your prospecting. If you do all 3 of those things in day number 1, you're going to be right on track to getting the first client with Auto Offline Client within 48 hours, okay? Day number 2, after you start your prospecting, you sent out your emails, then you're going to send up your follow-up email, which you can do at the beginning of day number 2 or whenever people start responding to you. Day number 2, you're going to continue your prospecting, because it's one of the things that you should be doing every single day. So if you sent out a certain number of emails day number 1, then I want you to send out a whole new batch of emails in day number 2, okay? The most important thing is going to be following up. I'm going to give you the exact script to use when you follow up with somebody, to make sure that you kind of put a nice bow on the deal. They already said yes, like I said, from your 2-part email sequence. All you have to do is say yes as well, and you can actually close your first deal. And when I say close your first deal, I just simply mean set up the payments and set up your outsourcing team with clients. And it's really that easy. I know it looks really simple on this page, in the slide, because it's supposed to. If you do your prospecting the way I show you at the end of this training, and you do use the follow-up script that we give you to get the payment from the client, it's not a hard sell or anything like that. It's a quick, 30 seconds to 1-minute conversation that you have with the client, because they've already said yes via email. Then you can close your first deal and get your first payment, okay? So once all that's set up, let's say you get your sales funnel set up. Again, it's just a couple emails that I actually provide you, and you start your prospecting. I'm going to give you the step-by-step of what you need to do at the end of this training to get that first client, but you should have your first client within 48 hours, all right? That's going to do it for this video. If you have any questions, please let me know. You can reach me at my support email at mktgwithcameron@gmail.com, and thanks for watching.